And we are live, baby. Here we go. I think it should be here. I think it's working. It seems to be all working and stuff. Anyway.
When the day's going sideways in your town and the ladder's stuck and the cat won't come down, someone's knocking saying, "Don't you worry, friend." It's Rastov showing up again. He'll lend a hand, crack a joke or two, somehow make the whole thing feel brand new. That's Rastov, hey, helping out wherever he can. Every neighbor's biggest fan. That's Rastov, hey, when the luck runs out of steam, he shows up with another crazy scheme. Good old Rastov.
What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another day in paradise. I just have one question for you, and it's a very important question. Okay? And that question is, did it echo during the intro? Because I forgot to mute my microphone, and normally I have to mute my microphone. So did it sound normal, or was it like echoey? That's the only question I have for you right now. I gots to know. It did? Okay. All right, sweet. I need to figure out how to make it not do that. I need to figure out how to make it not do that. Also, let me see why. Why is emoji rain not working? Why no wrinkle shirt? I mean, I don't know. I could always get one. Why is emoji rain not working? I tested the connection before everything, and it said it was working perfectly fine. Interesting. This is why I can't take time off. I mean, like, I didn't want to really. It's just, it was a situation, honestly, where, I thought, well, I was under the impression that, there was a specific length of time before a specific thing had to be done, as far as like living situation, and a bomb was kind of dropped on me, and it just fucking, like, I'm one of those people where, like, I like to plan and know exactly what's going to happen, and when it doesn't kind of go that way, like, depending on how the situation changes, it can kind of throw you off, right? It can kind of throw you off, and it did. It threw me all the way off, like all the way off, So, it is what it is. I just needed a couple of days to just recharge. But I mean, we're here now, We're here now. You can kind of tell that I wasn't in like the greatest of spaces, because the idea I had for me and Fire was war. And afterwards I was like, dude, that's dumb. I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't have to do that stream, because that idea is dumb. Can't make people choose. Can't make people choose between me and Fire. That's not fair. So, yeah, look, it's Thrifty said, Rastov, sometimes you just gotta win by yourself. Keep grinding, homie. That's true. That's true. You forced emoji rain to connect to the vid. It should work now. Well, I did I ran the script thing. There we go. Does that mean the other stuff is working as well? Pop said, Rastov, I'm Australian. Let's combine in our love of England losing the World Cup. Dude, I wish I cared, right? Like, because you know what? That's the one thing about sports, is that it brings people together, like, there's a lot of community in sports, I understand why a lot of people love it, because, there's a lot of there's a lot of community when it comes to sports. So interesting. You said it wasn't connected. I did what you told me. I checked the connection, and then I did the other one. Okay. I just used the instructions that you gave me, sir. So if it didn't work, it's not my fault. No, it feels good to be back in front of the camera. It feels good to be back with you guys. It's sometimes shit happens, right? Sometimes shit happens and it just fucking sucks. But you know, this idea that I wanted to do today is it's kind of gonna be, it's honestly just gonna be a little bit of fun for us trying to figure out some of this stuff. I've looked at some of the questions and it's even I got some of them wrong, so I was like, fuck it, we're gonna see how this goes. I want to show you, okay? Okay, if you guys had to rank your knowledge of New Zealand and America, right, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say, right? How knowledgeable are you on these two countries? Mr. Boom Boom Pow said, if you made that joke a few months ago about it being his fault and not yours, I would have had a ton of messages from a British guy. Look, that may or may not have happened, okay? That may or may not have happened. New Zealand 8, US 5. Okay. All right. Well, look, we're gonna be doing some learning, you know. Do you guys like to learn stuff? Right? You guys like to learn things when you come online, right? You might learn some new stuff. And you know, maybe the stuff that you learn is, I don't know. I really don't know. Let me see. Okay, I haven't done this month. All right, let's test out to make sure that the TTS is working. Because it should be all fixed up from the horror stream, I think. All right, let me drop that. Hopefully it pops up on the...
Hear ye, 5 just hit.
I don't want to dance to my own... No.
Welcome in.
No, kill it. No, kill it. No, I don't want to dance to my own thing.
Just like that. Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise, let's go. That was clean. Thank you.
Look, I was just testing it out, okay? I didn't want to do my own thing. I don't want to dance to my own, like, that's just cringe. That's just, that'd be like legending to my own stream and being like, whoa, look at this guy. No, I don't want to do that. That's weird. No. Okay, so it looks like the rest of the stream thingy is working. Okay. Oh my God, Alex with the 5 as well. We love that. Oh, is it gonna wait for all the gifties to come through and then do it? That's exciting. Only said Rastov's my USA buddy.
Here we
go. We got to this.
Check your name. Did you get one?
Welcome in.
Don't be quiet. Hey, who said that? Thank you. 5 in just like that. Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise. Let's go. That was clean. Thank you.
Jazz hands. Oh shit! Another fuck. God damn. We are back, baby. We are back. You can't take 2 days off, all right? Like, you just can't. The level of guilt is just crazy. Let's see all the people we can hit. Maybe we can get some new people back on the block or back into the Discord. You know, because if you're on a gifty, you can still join. You can still join, baby. It's good times. Oh. Anime's like, I will get one again soon. You might. There's a good chance. There was actually a good chance. Dude, I love the explosions now. Do you guys like the explosions? Do we not? We love explosions.
Oh, hear ye, 5 just hit. Check your name.
Did you get one? Welcome in.
Don't be
yes.
quiet. Hey,
yes.
Who said that? Thank you. 5 in just like that.
Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise. Let's go. That was clean.
Thank you.
I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. One thing I did want to talk to you about was, how did you guys enjoy the horror stream on the weekend? It took me a little bit to recover. I'm not going to lie. It took me a little bit to recover, but I do want to know how you guys feel, right? How did you enjoy it? Was it fun? Did you love it? Are you excited for Nightmare and I to do it again this weekend? It was a little pathetic. It was, look, pathetic might be the dude. I hate horror, right? I genuinely, and Alexandria with the one gifty. Thank you so much. Make it rain with the little dynamites. It was a fun and hilarious stream. It was. You have no idea how difficult it is for me to hype myself up to actually show up to the stream when it comes to horror. Like, yeah, look, Alexandria, I'd be down to collab with Nightmare on stuff that's not horror as well. It's dude, like, it's just you have no idea what it takes for me to like to hype it all up. Oh my god, dude. Oh my Jesus. Oh. Oh, thank you for the donation. I need to change that. That's not gonna
At
stay.
Hujas 1,156 super chatted $50. The horror stream was amazing. I demand more.
Thank you very much, Hugh. I appreciate you, bro.
Hear ye, 10 just hit 10. That's
What?
big.
Oh my
Touch
God.
your name, don't
This
miss
is
it.
it. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
10 in the
room woke up.
Feel that, keep it going.
Don't go quiet, stay with us. Let's go. Hey, who sent that? That was strong. Thank you.
Came in fast, no warning.
We see you.
We love it. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Look. And look, I cut up some of the clips for you guys so that you could watch some of the funnier moments. Oh my god. We're never even gonna get to do New Zealand versus the States. Oh my god. Thank you, Cryptic Cowgirl, for the gifty. I appreciate you. And obviously Hugh with another 5 is insane. Holy shit. All this love. You know, I'm gonna get interrupted, right? I'm gonna get interrupted. But while I'm not getting interrupted, when shit happens, right, you start feeling a little bit low, and it's like, oh, I won't be able to give you the energy that you need, you know? But then when I show up, you guys just make it, you change the game. You just change the game with the love, and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Like, just the messages that I get from you guys, like anytime it seems like something is you know, anytime it seems like something is bad. Oh. Bloated Toad said, even this used to be hater got a sub. Well, you know, the thing is I don't, if you used to be a hater when I was on a specific show, I don't blame you. I hated myself on that show, right? So it's, you know, and there's Cryptic Cowgirl's gifty coming through now. So drop them little dynamites. And then after that, here we go. Nope. Almost here. It's coming. I swear it's coming. I think. Am I crazy? I'm not. No, there it is. All right. 5 just hit. Yeah, check it out. Did you get one? Welcome in. Come on. It's good. Yeah. This here's pissing me off.
5 in just like that.
Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise. Let's go. That was clean. Thank you. You know what actually fucking blew my mind, right? Was the fact that Nightmare has literally capped out his memberships. Nightmare capped his memberships. Like, there's no one else on his channel that has members active. So he's just capped. Like, what the fuck? That shit's crazy. Like, that shit is actually insane to me. That's actually a thing, you know? Oh, poor Pabs. Never gonna get that gifted. It's You got refunded? Damn. You know what? That is one good thing, though, is that it does refund you. Can you imagine if it just kept your money? Like, that would be so fucked. That would be absolutely fucked. You know? But I don't think... Alexandria with the gifty as well. Thank you very much. You guys showing the love today. It means a lot. It means a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you. You know, anytime I take any time off, I just get scared you guys aren't going to come back. You know, and with you know, with what was happening in the last few days, and it's still very up in the air. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the rug's going to get pulled from out from under me, and I'm putting a lot of trust in someone, and it's fucking scary. And because I've never really done that. I've always been like the kind of person that kind of deals with myself, you know? Like I take care of me, you know what I mean? Like no one else really takes care of me. I've always had to take care of me. You guys are worried I'm not gonna come back? Where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna go? But yeah, I've always been the guy that has to take care of himself. I don't like putting I don't like my like I don't even know what the word is. I don't like somebody else having an influence on what can happen in my life at any given time. You know what I mean? So, bruh.
Five just hit. Check your name.
Did you get one?
Welcome in. Don't be quiet.
Yeah.
Hey,
Who said that? Thank you.
you.
5 in just like that. Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise. Let's go. That was clean.
Thank you.
Woo! Dude, Pobs is just not having a good day. Just not having a good day. It's there is a chance that you're just gonna oh my god. What do you guys do? It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, you guys are too kind. You guys are too kind. They're trying to help Pobs out. They're trying to help Anime Love out. You got it. Yeah, look. Hey, 5 is it, baby. Just keep making it rain. Just keep dropping bombs.
Don't be quiet. Hey, who said that? Thank you. 5 in just like that. Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise. Let's go. That was
Look,
clean.
get over here.
Thank you.
Did you drop another 5? Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. I shut my eyes. Wait, now hold on. Is that the same 5? No, that's a new 5. What are you doing? How are you not getting hit? That makes no, you know what? The way that it picks members out is crazy. At least on Twitch, you get to choose, right? It's not, no, look, we love Australians here, okay? You know, viva la Australia, you know? Oh my God. Fucking hell. All right, I guess we're just doing this for the next while, guys. So just like sit back and enjoy. Can you pick? You can over on fucking Twitch, but not. Yeah, 5%, baby. Check your name. Did you get one? Welcome in.
Don't be quiet.
Yeah,
Hey,
come on over. It's good.
Thank you. 5 in just like that. Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise. Let's go. That was clean. Thank you.
Oh my God. And also we have Stormy with the gifty. Snipe Smooch. That's cool. And Alexandria with the gifty. Snipe someone I don't know. And that's cool. And oh my God. And we got KK here. And then Hugh. Jesus Christ. I guess we're just sitting there for a little bit. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? I'm doing all right. Look, sometimes in life shit happens and sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it's great. So when it doesn't happen, that's the thing, right? Sometimes things are going to be bad, but you got to make sure, all right, that when the good things happen, you don't let the fact that bad things happen stop you from enjoying the good things. That's the main thing. Oh, here's another 5. Nobody went up to 5? Did you get one?
Welcome in. Don't be
Welcome in.
quiet. Hey, who said that? Thank you. 5 in just like that. Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise. Let's go. That was clean. Thank you.
Look, you know, it's one of, you know, it's one of the, it's one of those things, you know, like sometimes good things happen. We got the cocks in the building, you know, we got cock pride. It's, oh my God, dude. At this point, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens at this point. Fuck, hold on, am I full? Did he get one? Did he get one? I don't think he got one. I don't think he got one. Oh Jesus. Thank you, Hugh, for the 10. Thank you, Hugh, for the other 10. Oh my God. Thank you, KK, for the super chat. It's going to read in a second. Oh my God. Hugh is a fellow cock. Look, Hugh is an enjoyer of many places. Hugh is an enjoyer of good wholesome content and a little bit of drama. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of you are. You love a little bit of drama and you love a little bit of fun. If you guys could like the stream, that would help me out immensely. He's a proud quackhead of cock. Oh my God, dude. All right, we're going to be here a minute. We're going to be here a minute. Oh my God, that shit's crazy. Fucking hell, thank you, Alex, as well. That's nuts. Holy shit. Oh, thank you for
Here we go. We got this one done. All right, nice.
Nice.
At KK9126 super chatted $10 Idic who snipped me. But Ty the gifted. So Rastov, are you ready for Saturday? The Carks are planning a real good potty for you. Winking face.
I'm not looking forward to Saturday if I'm being honest, but all right.
Just hit
10.
That's big. Check
Wait.
your name. Don't
Miss it. Welcome in. Welcome in.
10 in the room. Woke up. Feel that? Keep it going. Don't go quiet.
Stay with us.
Let's go. Hey, who sent that? That was strong. Thank you.
Came in fast, no warning. We see you. Oh my God, thank you very much. Hugh, what are you doing? No, bro. This is a lot of members, okay? This is a lot of memberships. This is a shitload of memberships. I don't want to move past the fact that the TTS said snipped instead of sniped. So I'm very sorry, KK, that you got snipped. Look, it's a very personal thing to share. Goddamn cocks in my building. Oh man, we're drinking a lovely Monster today, import specifically, because import tastes a lot better than the regular. I don't know if you guys have had one of those before. Apparently they're not in America, so I don't know. Which begs the question, where are they imported from? Oh look, it's my first lady, Diamond Dogs. Jesus Christ. And Alexandria with the gifty. Thank you very much. You guys are too kind. You know what? Normally I would feel like I don't deserve this, but you're not doing it for me. You're doing it for pubs. So that's fine.
Check your name. Don't miss it.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
In the room. Woke up. Feel that? Keep it going. Don't go quiet.
Gotta keep making
Stay
it
with
rain.
us. Let's go.
Gotta keep making it
who
rain.
sent that? That was strong. Thank you. Came in
Fast, no warning.
We see you.
We gotta keep making it rain every time it pops up on the screen, baby. Oh, you guys are too kind. You're far too kind. Far too kind. It's Jesus. Oh my God. Monster Ultra Red, White, and Blue Raz is the goat. Trust me. I don't know if we have that here, but I have heard that that is a good flavor. So you don't know what to spam? Just spam all of the explosives. The emojis, all right? The emojis, not legitimate explosives, okay? If you guys don't give me a gifty in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to sub myself. Is that new, like, new school lingo?
20 just hit. 20. No way. Check your name.
Oh my God,
Did you
what
get
the
one?
fuck?
That's crazy. 20 in back to back. Things just picked up fast. Stay
Am I
with it.
blurry?
Don't slow down.
Keep it going.
Hey, who sent that? That's a big move. Thank you. You just turned it up. We see you.
I gotta remember how to. I don't look. You know what? You know. I am blurry. Hold on, dude. Not again. Wait, this should fix it. Here we go. Here we go. I swear it was Discord last time. I swear it was Discord. How can you even tell I'm blurry with all of the, like, you know, things I'm exploding on my face? No, not the 2-finger move again. Not the 2-finger. Not 2 fingers again. You're playing some Final Fantasy 14? Dope. I mean, look, you guys have sniped some people. There's a lot of sniped people here, or a lot of snipped people, you know, depending. There's some interesting names. I think there was one person that got sniped that was Rastov Inside Cream. Who names their fucking YouTube account that? Like, what? That's just a weird thing to fucking, you know.
Hear ye, 20 just hit, 20, no way! Check your name, did you get one? That's crazy! 20 in, back to back, things just picked up fast. Stay with it, don't slow down.
Keep it going.
Hey, who sent that? That's a big move, thank you! You just turned it up. We see you!
Oh my God, this shit's crazy. Okay, and then after this, I think it's just Alexandria's Gifty, right? And I think we're all caught up. Okay. You guys haven't hit Captain Shotgun either. Look, I'm not. Look, You guys are just crazy. You guys are just crazy at this point. I'm sorry. All right. If I could. I'm sure if people could choose who got it, okay? Oh my God, you bullied Nightmare into giving us a cock emote? That's crazy. So you guys just spam cocks in this chat. That's nuts. Well, it's a very interesting name. Okay. One thing I will say is he's changed the little icon on his Discord tag to a crown. Just doesn't look the same as the sword. Just doesn't look the same. Look, I'm gonna be honest. The sword looked better, or whatever. I think it was a sword. The sword looked better. The crown just don't fit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just the sword just doesn't fit. Oh no, the sword fits. The crown just don't fit. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ.
Hear ye, 50 just hit. 50, that's wild.
If you don't get one off this, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. Thank you so much.
All at once, the whole room just jumped. Stay up, stay loud, let's go. Look at that, names flying. Can't keep up, that's crazy. This is
I love this song. Right now.
Hey, who sent that? That's huge, thank you. You just changed everything. We won't forget that.
I don't think you got hit. I genuinely don't think you got hit. You like people's ults out here are getting hit. Like the people's ults. Dude, the crash out is real. Oh my God. That's crazy. Like you're hitting like nail slammer ults and shit like that, you know? Like, it's just, bro. You know, there was a lot of people here that got hit, you know, and unfortunately you guys weren't one of them. Ozzy got hit. Look, I like watching Ozzy Combs videos, you know. He's usually very kind to me. And by kind, I mean, he'll shit on everyone else way harder. So I'm like, you know what? You're all right, man. You're all right. But every time I see my face in one of his thumbnails, I'm just like, oh, Jesus. Fuck. What's going to happen here? I don't know. He does edit a good video though. Does edit a really good video. Pretty much everyone that comes out I'll just watch from start to finish. And there's honestly not a lot of people that I do watch videos from start to finish, you know. Yeah, how's it going, Rocksonics? Very sorry to Pubs, who's just unfortunately allergic to gifteds. Look, some people just have a gifted allergy, you know? Sometimes it just happens. The fact that we have any gray names in this chat when we only get the viewership we did, Jesus whipped. What the fuck?
Just hit.
Are you joking, dude?
Check your name right now.
Don't miss it. 50 in all at once, the whole room
just jumped. Stay up, stay loud, let's go. Look at that, names flying.
can't keep up. That's crazy.
This is a big moment
Oh my God! Thank you, bro.
right
What the
now.
fuck?
Hey, who sent that?
Did he get it?
Thank you. You just changed everything. We
won't forget that. Wait, they hit MK Corey? Is that an alt of NP Corey? I don't know. Dude, he didn't get it again. That shit's crazy. That shit is absolutely insane. Holy shit. There's a lot of people's names I haven't seen in a long time that's getting hit by this. This shit's nuts. At this point, this has been more exciting than anything I'm gonna do. So I don't hate Australians, okay? Look, we love no. This is how much I love Australians, okay? Aussie. Just waiting for the play. Come on, it's gotta be, like just a second. There we go. Oi. Thank God for that. If that didn't work, that's how much I love Australia, okay? That's how much I love Australia. Pour one out for pubs. Oops. Rip. Poor guy. I appreciate you, Alex and Hugh and Alexandria and Stormy and everybody, Crypto Cowgirl, everybody that dropped the fucking, that just thank you. Like, you guys are absolutely crazy. I'm floored, dude. I don't know where to fucking go from here.
Thank you for the donation.
Asimina Bucks 915 super chatted $4.99. Pour one out for Pobs RIP loudly rolling.
Not rolling.
Thank you for the donation.
At Ruxonic super chatted $5. Been a minute, Stov. Sorry I haven't been able to catch you lately. Glad you're still going strong.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Hear ye, 5 to 6. Check your name, did you get one? Welcome in, don't be quiet. Hey, who said that? Thank you. 5 in just like that. Say hello, you're in now. Make some noise, let's go. That was clean. Thank you.
Thank you, KK. Appreciate you and the cock crew. There's a joke in there that I don't want to make. Never mind. Anyway, look, unfortunately for the dedicated gray names that show up to most streams, you're just not getting the love today. But I appreciate the donations and the gifteds, and that shit's crazy. Like, I've literally gotten gifted for streams I've never been to before, which, Nah, not fucking eggplants again. I forgot we put that on the emoji thing as throwing it. Let's not throw eggplants at me, okay? We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that today. One thing I am looking at is changing the sound of the TTS when we do the horror thing to something that's a little less shrieky. So KB Wolf with the gifty hit Alexis. That's a good snipe. That's a good snipe there. Oh my God. I forgot what I was doing today. This shit has just been crazy. It's been like fucking 30 minutes of this. Oh, you've got to be joking me. Hold on. Really? Thanks for that. Appreciate that. That was lovely. That was making all the rocks fall. I like that. The rocks falling is cool. Throwing eggplants at my face? At least they don't explode. At least they don't explode. Okay, that would be bad. Sometimes chat does just shut down whatever plan, so we just roll with it. That's right. Sharkbait with the gifty. Thank you so much as well. Today has been kind of crazy. No, dude, exploding. I don't want the eggplants to explode. No, no, because then all they would do is spam it. All right, all they would do is spam eggplants that exploded on my face, and that's just not a place I want to be. All right, we try to do the hard-hitting, real content here. Oh, there was something I wanted to show you guys. There was something that you guys remember when we talked about. I'm trying to catch up on all the things that happened. Which fucking stream was it? One's in the chat if you guys remember what happened with when we did the stream for the Game Boy Luke drama and Raid Away. Let me bring this up. I put up a bunch of shorts for it, right? So put up a bunch of shorts. I want to show you guys this. Let me see. So I actually got a comment on one of the shorts, right? I got a comment on one of the shorts. Let me show you guys this. Dude, I'm so fucking spaced after you guys just threw all that. So I got a reply, but not from Luke. Okay, I got a reply, but not from Luke. I got a comment from, dude, is everything fucking blurry today, or is it? What the fuck? Okay, this is weird. I'm gonna have to figure this shit out because are my eyes just glazed over, or is everything just legitimately look blurry? This is very weird. This is very weird. Anyway, you're like, I'm growing my hair out. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Dingy said this community is truly amazing. This community is awesome. It is one of the best things in my life, and I'm very grateful that you guys are here. So. This is King Corfish, okay? Now, King Corfish is actually he's one of the people that's in this group of YouTubers, right? They do all of the, they do all of the games together, like, so he's one of the peeps. He's one of the peeps in the actual fucking thing, right? And so when I saw his name pop up in one of the comments, I was like, I know that name. Nah, it couldn't be. And I looked at it, and it was. So he wrote, okay, this is him. He's defending his friend here, which totally fair. Okay. He said, friend of Rich here. He's a super genuine guy and goes far back in our friend group from 2017. We were friends for years while he was a COD YouTuber, and we encouraged him to finally start his Pokemon channel. He's passionate about the game and loved our Pokemon content since we were small YouTubers. He fits in our group naturally, and our community recognizes that. That's why he doesn't viewbot. So, because that was one of the things that they accused him of doing in that comment that we read from Verlicify's video. So, yeah, one of his buddies came in, and it was kind of like, for me. First off, right, my shorts don't exactly get views. My shorts don't exactly get views. So the fact that he seen it and he left a comment on it, I was like, oh, that's cool, Because again, like when it comes to the Luke versus Raid Away, I don't really have like a side in it, It's just more of an interesting thing to learn about, you know what I mean? But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that because it was like, it's like an update, right? It's like a legitimate update from someone in that community. So I was like, oh shit, that's kind of crazy. Wonder if they were watching while we were live too. I mean, who knows? Who knows? There was another comment that got left. Where was it? There was another comment that got left on one of these other. No, don't want to start going through all these. Because that's the thing, right? Like now that we've covered it, if there's any updates, I'm gonna bring those to you, and we can have a look at the updates together. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out just to see. There was another comment that got left on one of these. No, let me mute this shit so it doesn't just play. Load the comments. No, not on that one. Not on that one. I could just look at my back end, but nobody wants to do that. Wait, was it a comment on the short or the actual? Fuck it. All right, well, I'll look at the back end. Hold on. Let me fucking find the comment that was on the actual fucking, it was on the actual stream. My bad. My bad. Let me find the comment. I wanted to read this. Okay. I want to show you this. And then we'll do New Zealand versus the US, okay? So this is from Powerful Oni. Said, I usually don't watch your content because I hated you as a live host, right? A lot of people feel that way. But since I do watch these types of videos and did around when this happened, context in a lot of areas was missed. You say multiple times that Rich just jumped at Taylor as soon as her and Luke broke up. Don't know where that info came from, but Rich said in his response that he knew they had a past and asked if it was okay given Luke's blessing to do so. Luke deserved the hate and abandonment online. I believe the group still talks to him. They just don't associate online by his friends. So I still think it's very interesting, right? Like, if one of your friends came to you and was like, hey, can I have your blessing to date your ex? I don't know many people that would say no, because like, if they're already thinking about it, then they're probably already talking to each other, and it's kind of like you're not going to be able to stop them from doing it. I honestly think that it's going to be I honestly think it's one of those situations where like it's kind of a fucking social faux pas to ask in the first place. Right? I think it's disrespectful to even do it in the first place. I don't think that like I could be friends with somebody that did that, right? Like I just, you know, and of course, right, there's the risk that this happens, you know, that those feelings don't go away, right? Because obviously there was something there before, it just didn't work out at the time. But then you know, if you're dating this person's ex and you're friends with this guy, then they're exposed to you a lot more. So they get to see different sides of you. You know what I mean? Like it's a tricky situation, and that's why it's not so black and white of like he did something wrong and he's the victim, you know? Like there's a lot of real like technical like nuance to it, you know? And that's why I find it so interesting, because you guys in the chat, when we did the poll on whose side you guys were on, you guys were mostly on Luke's side. So it's, you know, it's a fucking tricky situation. I still think that it's scummy to be friends with someone for 15 years and then to put out a statement just completely condemning them or something like that, right? You know, because like I just that honestly seems more like it just seems more like a move to protect your career, which that if that's what it was, then cool, right? But you know, if one of my friends did something like that, you know, I would probably tell them how I feel about it, but I wouldn't fucking condemn them, you know, like, because you can't control, you know, you can't control who you fall in love with, right? You can't control who you like. So it's just such a complicated situation. It's just not as simple as that. And look, if Luke ever responds to me, which I doubt, I doubt that's ever going to happen. But if he did, I would 100% have him on and just have him, you know, give his side of the story, and we would have a conversation about what happened and, you know, how he felt about everything. And yeah, I think it would be very interesting because, you know, like, you know what? This is an interesting question. Have you guys ever had feelings for someone that you shouldn't have feelings for? Right? Have you ever had feelings for someone? One's in the chat if you've ever had feelings for someone that, like, you just shouldn't. You know you shouldn't, but you can't control it. Nothing you do seems to fix it, right? Yeah, it's a very human situation to be in, right? It's a very human situation to be in. Now you think about how you felt at the time, right? With that person. If you had an opportunity to be with that person, would you take it? You know, it's a very tricky situation because, like, at the end of the day, You're responsible for your own happiness, right? And you have to deal with the consequences of what happens in those situations. But it's not now, right? Not now, no, right? But at the time, right? At the time with how you were feeling, if you had the opportunity, would you have gone for it? I don't know. What am I willing to lose? Exactly. It's so nuanced. It's so like, oh, bro, it just, what's up, Nightmare? It's good to see you, bro. Change the crown back to the sword on your Discord tag. Just do that for me, okay? I like the sword better than the crown. Because obviously you have to make all changes based on my preference. Oh man. So the crown just doesn't suit it, bro. It just doesn't look, it just doesn't look nice. Okay? It just doesn't look nice. See, Poop Guy said, you've convinced me, Rastov. I'm going to be outside your window with roses and a boombox until you acknowledge our love. You would have to deal with the consequences of that situation, right? But, you know, it doesn't, but Steak had the sword. Well, I mean, Buff has the fucking flame, and I still use that, unless he's changed it. Hold on. Did he change it? I got weebs in my server. Let me see. Do I still have weebs in my... No, yeah, see, Buff Weeb has the flame, but I have the fire stuff, right? It makes sense. You know, I had the money bag for a while, and the you know, had the dollar sign. Yeah, look, you're a gray in a sea of green, okay? Like, you stand out, don't worry. I'm just saying that the crown just doesn't suit, bro. It just, like, I get it. It's a hard decision, right? It took me a while to figure it out too. You know, I used to have the I think it's the goat because it looked cool, but we ran out of boosts and I needed the boost for other things, so I had to get rid of it. So, you know, it's a sad life. We have a steady amount of boosts. But yeah, if you guys want me to keep following this this situation with Luke and Raidaway, I'm going to anyway, you know. And we said, one day I'll have to explain to my grandkids how a fucking Kiwi made me change my emote on my server. So fuck you for that future conversation. Well, you know what? Too bad. I'm looking out for you, okay? You're building a brand. You're building a something sustainable for the future. All right? You can't be having no little weird crown. Okay? It just looks weird. Okay. Are you guys ready for some New Zealand versus America? I really don't have a very thick New Zealand accent. I don't. I've been online talking to Americans since I was very young. So you think the tag should be cock? Honestly, I'm surprised it's not. There we go. Now Swordmare is back. I respect it. I respect it. Now everything looks right in the world. Much better. Sword looks much better. So. Alexa said it would be epic if Rastov, Buff, Scooter, Nightmare, Steak did one episode together where they played the game Jeopardy or any trivia game, really. I mean, I'd say it's likely that 3 of those names are going to do something together. Yeah, no, genuinely, I do think it's probably going to get changed to cock, Nightmare. We'll work on that. Because otherwise, like, where is the, you know, no one knows, right? They see Mir and they're like, I don't know, I'm hearing about cock all the time. So it's like, you know, I mean, if it was me, you know, so like Buff had called his people the Few Good Men, right? So I tried to convince him to change it to FGM, but it turns out that is a very bad acronym. So that's why he kept it Weeb. Now yours, not as bad as FGM. And if you don't know what FGM is an acronym for, don't look it up. I'm gonna save you the time. Just don't do it. You don't need to. Honestly, you will be just as fine not knowing as you are knowing. So, you know. They're opping me? Oh God. Do not Google do not Google what FGM means, okay? It's not good. It's not good. Okay? So when I tried to convince Buff to change his tag to FGM because he calls his people the few good men, he couldn't do it because he didn't want to be associated with what the acronym actually means, and I can't really blame him for that. You know, I made mine Stov because like I thought that each of my people could be a Stov, you know? So it would be like, no, don't look it up. No, don't look it up. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. No, it's not pretty funny. It's not. Don't look it up. It would have fucked, okay? It would have actually fucked. It would have been fucked. He should not keep it. No. No. Because I think he already got shit for it the first time. No. Do not Google it. Do not Google it. I'm telling you, don't Google it. It's not good. It's not good. Why is there an acronym? I don't know. I don't know. But because I said to Buff, I was like, you're going to have to, you're building a brand, right? Weeb is too broad. And he's like, no, dude, I can't change it to this. I'm like, no, see, you're not thinking about it properly. Like, you just have to do, and he's like, no, look it up. And I'm like, I looked it up. I'm like, oh yeah, you can't do that. You can't, no. So, don't look it up. There's been some people that did look it up. Don't look it up. If you haven't, don't look it up. It's bad. Yep, it's bad. It's not good. It's not something you would want to be associated with. I told you not to look it up. I literally warned you. I said, you will be better off. You will be just as fine now, not knowing as if you look it up. I warned you. I did. We can roll it back and listen to the tape again. I fucking warned you. I told you not to look it up. It's bad. It's real bad. It's real bad. I wasn't joking. It wasn't some bait. Okay? It wasn't some bait being like, no, I wasn't being sarcastic. I was not being sarcastic, okay? I was not being sarcastic. No, I know someone that's happened to, and it's not funny. It's definitely not reverse. No, it was not reverse psychology. I did not make anybody look it up. Okay? No, don't look it up, Jesus Christ. I regret telling you the story now. You need to go back to the safety of cock. Wow. Yeah, look, don't look at Jesus Christ. I warned you. I was very clear. Don't do this. I'm not you guys troll me, not the other way around, okay? Name one time I've trolled you, okay? You can't, because it's never happened. Name one time. It's never happened. Nope. Never, ever, ever happened. I've never trolled you guys, okay? Not one time. Okay, look, the Yanny thing was different, okay? No, please. Look, we're moving on. We're moving on. He shouldn't have that as his acronym, and he stopped. So, yeah, it's no, it's not my fault. I didn't do this. I did not do this. I told you. I told you not to look it up. I told you. Oh God, waffle stump. That's crazy. Oh, that's a mental picture I didn't need. I'm a troll on Discord. Look, sometimes. But anyway, I thought, I thought Stov was good because everything goes before Stov, So everybody in the server that has Stov is just a Stov, It's good. It's good shit. It's what we like. We enjoy it, So yeah, you know what? Let's pivot. Let's pivot to something else, and we're gonna play Kiwi or Yang. Okay, so there's different categories. There's It's difficulty. I'm not really worried about the difficulties, and the question's always going to be like randomized. You know. So, you know, it's you know what? If you want to pick a category yourself specifically, that's fine. You can. So I don't know if this is good. I don't know if this is good. This was an idea I had when I was sad. So I was like, oh, give it a try. Give it a try. Oh. So basically there's going to be a question and you guys are just going to have to decide if it's America or if it's not. See ya, boom. Here's the culture trap. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so blank has a place named Cape Kidnappers. See, I have no idea. So you guys need to type in the chat if you think it's NZ or US. Okay? NZ or US. Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank you for the donation.
A DVD9 super chatted 50 krona. Greetings from Co-K. We all had a lot of fun last weekend. Are ready for next weekend because we are.
I am not ready for next weekend, like at all. It's not Australia is not included in this. Okay, it's either New Zealand or the US. Okay, you guys think it's New Zealand? Really? I was hoping there was like little flag emojis so that we could make it like rain as emoji rain, and that's how you guys vote. But look, all right, are we gonna go with New Zealand? I think we're gonna go with New Zealand. It is. It was New Zealand. Okay, Cape Kidnappers is in Hawke's Bay. Its English name came from an incident during James Cook's 1769 voyage. Which, I mean, I don't know if you guys know. I mean, I can probably guess or assume. Wait, how come you guys can use fucking emojis? Why couldn't I? I tried to find these flag emojis. All right, hold on. Let me add this to the emoji rain. I don't know if it's going to work, though. Is it phone only? Okay. Well, if I add this, I don't think... We'll give it a try. That might be why. If it's phone only... Let me fucking... Here we go. Let me copy that. Let me see if this works, okay? It might not work. Okay, can you guys try and spam the fucking flags to see if it works? No, I don't need you guys to remind me of next weekend, okay? I don't need you guys to remind me. Like, it's, I don't, okay, I guess maybe it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't think it's going to work, so. Well, we tried. Corey, if you could somehow fix that, I don't know how you would, but if you could, that would help me out a lot. I tried to add them. It didn't work. Anyway, next question. Okay, blank has a boulder popularly called Split Apple Rock because it resembles a sliced apple. Interesting. See, I would be guessing that this would be the United States. Do I remember what game it is? No, I don't. I blanked it out. I blanked out what next week. Nope, forgot it. Completely forgot what next week's game is. I'll have to find out later. You guys think it was the US? Sounds like a tourist trap in Middle America. Okay, we're thinking America or New Zealand. Look, I want to learn some stuff about Morica, okay? I want to learn some stuff. You guys are okay, so you guys are pretty thinking it's United States. If it sounds like a United States thing. Nope, it was New Zealand. It was New Zealand. I didn't know that. I did not know that. It's the granite formation sits in Tasman Bay. It's a New Zealand thing. So there is a boulder called Split Apple Rock in New Zealand. Isn't that interesting? Dude, we're learning so much today. This is an educational stream, okay? We're learning so many things. W's in the chat for learning stuff, okay? Because you can't put a price on education, despite the fact that a shitload of places put actual prices on education all the time. Anyway, well, this one's obviously America. Blank has a giant L&P bottle celebrating a soft drink whose name originally meant lemon and paeroa. Paeroa. Which country can pronounce paeroa? Is this New Zealand or is it the United States? We got to learn these things, okay? We have to learn. You think it's Australia? It must be Australia. Oh, we got some votes for Murica. You guys are thinking it's New Zealand? Okay. I mean, it sounds like a New Zealand thing, and I mean it is. It is a New Zealand thing. L&P is like is delicious. I have L&Ps right next to me. It's absolutely it's so good. It says correct. The giant bottle stands in Paeroa, place of the fizzy national relic. That's because it's good shit. 131. Yeah, we're not going to get through all 131 questions probably, but it's an educational stream. I wanted you guys to learn more about New Zealand and see how much you don't know about America. So, okay. Blank has wild wasp densities among the highest recorded in the world. Is it New Zealand or the United States? See, I would think that it would be New Zealand, only because the country's so small. But then I think of that fucking scary ass movie where that giant like swarm of bees just attacked. You know, that movie gave me nightmares. I can still remember the bees like swarming that house. Oh, they hid in the bathtub and they went down the dude. That movie fucked me up, dude. I was too young to watch that. Do I know anything about the Playboy Mansion here in the States? All I know is that some of those girls probably weren't treated the nicest. And by some, I mean all of them. Okay, we're thinking it's the US. All right. My thought process was correct. Wrong. The answer is New Zealand. Introduced German and common wasps, thrive in New Zealand's mild climate and food-rich forests. See, my thought was it would have density, right? Because it's a small country, so it's more dense. That's what I was thinking. Dude, there's so many wasps here. It's crazy. That's genuinely. I did not think that was. I did not think that was New Zealand. We got to take the L on that one. We got to take the L on that. Together we have to take that L. Okay. Oh, what the? Blank has a palace covered in murals made from corn and other grains. I would assume that's America because it's corn, right? I would 100% assume that would be America because it's corn. Give me 1 second. Just gotta fix this. And good. Jesus. Okay. I'm thinking it's the United States. I've never heard it. Like corn is like when I think of corn, I think of America because literally you guys feed it to everything. Yep. The Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota, is redecorated with crop-based murals. I did not know that. I wonder how many of you have heard of that before. See, we're learning. Isn't that exciting? Whoa, they found skeletal remains, about 53 people buried. They think it was done by a mobster in the 1920s. Jesus Christ. At the Playboy Mansion? That's crazy. Oh my God. Okay. Blank once detonated a nuclear bomb underground near a town named Rulison as part of an attempt to release natural gas. So, I can't remember the last time I heard of New Zealand having nukes. So I'm assuming, I'm going to assume, right? And look, you know what they say about assuming? I feel like this is the States. New Zealand definitely does not have nukes, no. And you know what? It's such an American thing, right? Shit, we have a problem, nuke it, you know what I'm saying, right? Like it just seems like, you know, an American thing. You know what I mean? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I think this one is, dude, if this was New Zealand, I would have like been genuinely shocked. Okay. I would have genuinely been shocked if this had been somehow, yeah. Okay. Project Rulison. What the fuck, dude? I got like little fluff on my face. Oh, my hair is pissing me off today. Hold on. Okay. All right. Much better. Okay. Project Rulison was part of the Atomic Energy Commission's peaceful nuclear explosion experiments. Oh, yeah, of course. We're just going to let some bombs off under... okay. Dude, I'm not having a good hair day. I'm not having a good hair day, guys. And if you know what having a bad hair day feels like, you know that everything is fucked up. Dude, this is not... You know what? Fuck it. We just got to roll with it. Okay. Blank uses a silver fern as a sporting symbol, even though its national flag contains no fern. Would this be New Zealand or the United States? This is a very difficult... How is this a hard question? How is this considered a hard question? What? You've been to the Trinity site. That test nuke turned the sand into obsidian. That's crazy. You guys think this is New Zealand? Really? Why would you assume this was New Zealand? Is it because we have a team called the Silver Ferns? Is that part of the reason why you think it's New Zealand? Or is it because... I mean, look, let's just say let's just say that it was New Zealand. Like, oh, look, it was. Ah, fuck, who saw that coming, right? Who saw that coming? Not me. I had no clue. The silver fern is a major unofficial national emblem, especially in sport. Very true. Very, very true. Let's see. Next question. What the fuck is this? Blank has a regional dish called a garbage plate. This has to be the United States, right? This has to be the United States, right? Like this has to be an American thing. There's no way that it's not a fucking American thing, right? There's just no way. There's just no way. It's just not possible. Here we go. Look, let's just... Right? I think we're all in agreement that this has to be an American thing. That's totally what you can get at a diner. It has to be America. Yep. Rochester's New York garbage plate piles several comfort foods together with admirable disregard for geometry. There you go. So they just dump a bunch of like really bad fucking... Dude, what the fuck is... I'm about to shave my head, bro. Like this is just not a good day. This is when we're not having a good hair day. We're just not having a good hair day. Like what the fuck? Oh shit. This is obviously America. Blank has a giant kiwi fruit sliced open beside a visitor attraction. This is obviously America, right? Like America, very widely known for its kiwi fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I think America, I think kiwi fruit. So, bro, this is pissing me off, bro. This is just... Okay. You guys think it's New Zealand? All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, Te Puke, the kiwi fruit capital, naturally has oversized fruit architecture. Didn't see that coming. Okay, blank has a volcanic crater lake whose color can shift dramatically due to mineral and geothermal changes. That's an interesting question, actually. I would assume. I mean, I would assume that it would be New Zealand, but it could be the United States. I don't know. You know, New Zealand has a lot of lakes, some of which used to be. You guys are all pretty certain that it's the States. Okay, look, I'll trust your judgment. I'll trust your judgment. Look, I trusted your judgment, but that doesn't mean I agreed with you, okay? Inferno crater at Waimangu can change color and water level. See, I knew it. I told you. I was onto it. Okay, I was like, New Zealand got a shitload of these volcanic lakes. But look, I got to go with the chat. The chat says America, right? You guys think you own everything. Every question, you're like, yep, that's mine. Yep, no, it's obviously us. We do everything, okay, except have volcanic crater lakes. I like this game. It's nice. You don't like, it's not a test. It's not a test. It's just, you know, we're just learning. Okay. Blank has a competition where people attempt to make the best animal call, including stag roaring. I feel like this could be either, right? Because I'm assuming there's a lot of hunting that goes on in the States, but there's also a lot of hunting that goes on in New Zealand. So, you know, I would assume that this would be the United States. I would assume, right? You guys would, I think it would be a safe assumption to think that this was the US, but it could also be New Zealand. Now, the reason that I thought this idea could be interesting was because I was wondering how different it would actually be, you know? If there was some things that would be very obvious, right? I think, you know, let's go United States, because you guys do everything. There's bound to be at least one place that does this. Was not. It was New Zealand. Hunting and agricultural events can include stag roaring competitions. I'm telling you, look, you guys think that everything is owned by America, okay? Right? Unless it's like food, nukes, or corn, which I guess, you know, is food, but it's also not used just for food. You know, if it's not those three, you gotta think about it a little bit more. You gotta think about it a little bit more. It's not always gonna be this way. It's not always gonna be this way. This shit's interesting though. Okay. Blank has a regional word, jawn, that can replace almost any noun. I'm assuming that's America because I've never heard of that before, but look, there's some places. You know, there's some places in the South Island that have weird fucking dialect things that change. So, like, I don't know. Jawn. Jawn? I mean, that sounds like jawn. I don't know, dude. Has anyone heard of this word before? You guys are saying America again. I mean, the thing is you guys have so many regions, right? So, like, that's a Philly slang word. Okay, I'm gonna go States. I'm gonna trust Ian. Dude, fucking on the money. Okay. Philadelphia's jawn can refer to a person, object, place, event, or mysterious conversational entity. That's kind of crazy. I did not look. You know what? W's to you guys for knowing that, right? Because this is the thing about America. It's basically like a fucking country that's made up of countries, right? Each state is like its own fucking country. You guys have different dialects, accents, like, you know. So like, I honestly think one day, right? And this is just my opinion. Hey, this is just my opinion. I think one day America is possibly gonna break up, and I think it's either gonna turn into like a. I think it's gonna go the way of like Yugoslavia, where it's gonna break off into different countries, maybe a bunch of states combined to create their own little countries, or it's gonna turn into each state becomes its own individual country. You know, I think something like that's gonna happen. I just have this gut feeling. I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon, but I have a feeling. Oh, I trusted you, Ian. I trusted you, and you were on the money. Might be Texas. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows? Blank. I wonder which. Oh shit, this one's tough. How is this a nightmare level question? Okay, blank granted legal personality to Te Urewera, meaning it owns itself rather than being a national park owned by the crown. You guys, one's in the chat if any of you can fucking pronounce that. Te Urewera would be the closest pronunciation of mine. That would be the closest pronunciation that I could do. Now, I don't know how many things in America are owned by the crown, but I'm assuming it's none. I'm assuming it's close to nothing. Yeah, I think this one's very obviously New Zealand, so. Yep. Okay. Te Urewera has its own legal identity under a distinctive governance framework. Interesting stuff. Okay, this sounds very cult-like, so I'm assuming this is America, but blank has a town officially named Truth or Consequences. I feel like this has to be America, right? Like this has fucking cult written all over it. It's in New Mexico? USA. All right, let's see. Truth or Consequences is in New Mexico, and it renamed itself after a radio show. Well, I didn't know. I would have never guessed that. That's what happened. Truth or Consequences sounds like a fucking cult name. That literally sounds like a cult name. That's kind of crazy. Although there are towns in the world named like fucking and shit like that, so, you know. There's also Chevy Chase, Maryland. That's crazy. Blank has a river that caught fire multiple times and helped inspire major environmental reform. A river that caught fire multiple times? Shit, I would assume that's America, right? Like, and they must have been dumping shit that ended up in the river. You don't want to hear it from someone who was in a cult? Hey, look, I don't necessarily think that I was in it, you know, like I might have been at the top, you know, I might have been in a position of, you know, the illusion of power. But you know, I don't know if I was ever really in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I was kind of just like, this is weird. This has to be the United States, right? This has to be. Ohio's Cuyahoga River became a symbol of industrial pollution. So it's an Ohio thing. Okay. Like, I'm a dude. Yeah, I was making the Kool-Aid. Yeah. I never drank. I never sampled from the Kool-Aid myself, okay? They tried to keep getting me to drink it, but I was like, sorry, you know. I kept making up that I had like diabetes or some shit. Oh. I wonder where this is from. Blank created a chocolate-covered Marshmallow biscuit called a mellow puff and tells people to have you done enough to deserve one. Interesting. One's in the chat if you've ever had a mellow puff before. One's in the chat if you've ever had one. I'm going to put ones for every mellow puff I've had. Actually, I don't know if it's going to fit. Dude, I've had a lot of mellow puffs, okay? These things. Dude, these mellow puffs, so good, okay? If you ever have an opportunity to try one, it is delicious. Okay, let me explain this to you, okay? It's got this little, cookie, biscuit, base. Marshmallow on top, covered in chocolate, looks like a little bell. Dude. So delicious, so tasty. Okay, this one is New Zealand. This is a New Zealand question. Mellow Puffs are a Kiwi biscuit institution with an unusually moralistic advertising legacy. Yep. Very true. If you ever have the opportunity, okay, you should definitely give it a go. They are quite tasty. Let's see. Blank has a nationally famous public figure simply known as the Wizard who performed in a city square for decades. With or without milk? I've never had one with milk. I feel like this is New Zealand, but I'm pretty confident there's also a lot of wizards in the United States. But the kind of performances they would put on are probably not the kind that this question is asking about, so I'm going to assume that it's New Zealand. I'm going to send you guys treats and you can send some to me. I don't know if I can afford to send treats to all of you. I'm pretty confident that this is New Zealand, but you know, we do have to acknowledge that the States has a lot of its own wizards. It is the Wizard of Christchurch. That is probably what I was thinking of too. Yeah. The Wizard of New Zealand became a long-running Christchurch character and tourist attraction. Yep. Okay. Blank has a sport called pumpkin regatta racing, where competitors paddle hollowed-out giant pumpkins. That's an American thing. It has to be, right? That genuinely has to be an American thing. You guys have shitloads of pumpkins everywhere, right? You basically live in Halloween. Am I wrong? That has to be a States thing, right? That literally has to be a States thing. We're not doing too bad score-wise, okay? We've got 13 out of 18 so far. Or 13 out of 17, I guess, technically. So, pick a random person. Maybe. Could be an interesting thing for the future. It has to be a States thing, right? You guys know it's a States thing. What's up, Hook? Yep. Giant pumpkin boat races are held in several American communities. This is a thing that's in a lot of different places then, apparently. It's not just a one-off. It's not a one or done. It's just a thing. Okay. Blank sometimes calls a household rubbish disposal station a transfer station rather than simply a dump. See, this sounds very much like an American thing to me. You know, it's always like one of those things where, like, I feel like America tries to change the words of things to make them sound less like bad. Oh, it's a transfer station. Yes. It's very good. Transfer station 5 miles from me. Yeah. Instead of it, so it doesn't sound gross. It doesn't sound like a, garbage tip. It's the transfer station. Yes, pinkies up. US don't say rubbish. Ooh, that's a fair. Are we going with the USA? They do call it trash. They do call it trash. I'm going to go USA. Oh, you were right. You were actually right. It's New Zealand. Transfer stations receive and consolidate rubbish before it travels elsewhere. It was New Zealand because USA does not say rubbish. They say trash. You know what? That was the clue. That was actually the clue. Well done. You know what? I respect that. You absolutely have them here too. Well, I mean, I guess this question's just wrong. All right, let's click on United. No, can't click on it anymore. I didn't even think of the connection between rubbish and trash. I didn't even think. Look, ChatGPT wrote this, so if you're mad about it, not my fault. Not my fault. Okay, bro. Like, Blank has an annual event where people race homemade vehicles down a steep street in Dunedin. Any thoughts? Is this America or is it you know? Yeah, that could be an idea, Alexis. I do need to sort out my PO box. I do. You guys think this is New Zealand? I mean, is it the fact that they gave it away by listing a city in New Zealand? Is that what gave it away? Because I mean, it could be. There's always a chance that it's America, right? But I feel like, you know, it's I think it's the world's steepest street. ChatGPT has done a shit job on these. Okay, look, it took a long time to get to this point, right? It took a long time to get to this point. When we first did this, right? When I first generated this game, it had questions like, which country has states? Which country has a city called New York? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I was like, bro, this is not interesting. So it took a little bit to get it to a point where it had questions that were at least maybe going to get them wrong. And we've got a few wrong, right? We've got a few wrong. It's just, yeah, to get to this point was hard. Because ChatGPT was just not working with me. It was just not working with me. It's a weird name, New Zealand. Well, it's also called Aotearoa, land of the long white cloud. Okay, it's good stuff. Yes, the Dunedin Trolley Derby tradition turns gravity and questionable engineering into entertainment. The fuck? Blank has the world's largest gypsum dune field. I don't know what this is. Wait, fun fact, there are multiple Los Angeles and Las Vegases in the US. Are you serious? That's kind of crazy. What is gypsum? I gotta look this up. What the fuck is gypsum? What is so? Is this New Zealand or is it America? What is gypsum? Gypsum is a soft, naturally occurring sulfate mineral made of hydrated calcium sulfate. It is famously soft, scoring a 2 on the hardness scale. And is primarily used worldwide to manufacture plaster, drywall, and agriculture soil conditioners. Okay, I mean, it sounds like a Murica thing, right? This got Murica written all over it, but we've been fooled before. I think we gotta go USA, right? We gotta go USA. White Sands in New Mexico contains an immense landscape of gypsum dunes. Here you go. Poop guy knew it was White Sands. There you go. Look, you can't argue with that. Blank says someone has packed the sad when they sulk or throw a tantrum. I wonder which one this could be. You could ski down those dunes? That's kind of crazy. Someone has packed the sad when they sulk or throw a tantrum. Now, look, I know the answer, okay? I know the answer, and it's definitely not New Zealand, right? This is obviously an American thing. You guys say pack the sad all the time. What, you guys think it's New Zealand? Really? You guys are thinking that it's New Zealand? You guys thinking it's New Zealand? You serious? Okay, let's check to see if it's New Zealand. There you go. Packing a sad requires no luggage, only wounded vibes. Only wounded vibes. Yeah, packing a sad is definitely a thing. It's weird where some of these phrases come from, like, you know what I mean? Okay. Blank has a native parrot that can weigh about as much as a house cat and cannot fly. And I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a kiwi, but it's not a kiwi. This is not a trick question about a kiwi. Okay? So, you guys think that this is New Zealand or the United States? It's not a kiwi, okay? It's not a kiwi, I promise. A kiwi is not a parrot, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Look, it's not it could be America. You guys are just pretty confident that it's New Zealand. Okay. It's a dodo bird? Is it the kakapo? Yes, I think it is the kakapo. All right, let's see. Yes, the kakapo is a large nocturnal flightless parrot with the swagger of a mossy ottoman. Here you go. Here you go. It was New Zealand, but it was not the kiwi. Which I knew you guys would think that it was the kiwi. You know what I'm saying? I knew. I just had a feeling. I was like, you guys are going to think that it's the kiwi. You guys are going to think that it's a kiwi. All right. Blank has a town filled with enormous everyday objects, including a giant rocking chair and a mailbox. Is that the United States or is it New Zealand? Some of these questions are pretty hardcore. Has to be the USA? I think it's America. Just kidding. I think it's New Zealand. I don't know why I said America. Dude, I'm a sticking with my Kiwi brothers, okay? My Kiwi brothers and sisters, obviously, but you guys picked America, so if we get it wrong, it's on you. No, we got it right. Never mind. It's Casey, Illinois. I was wrong. You guys were correct. Okay. Look, there's a lot of places in New Zealand that have giant fucking stuff in their towns. I was just assuming. Okay. It was just an assumption. All right. Yeah. Casey, Illinois specializes in world record sized everyday objects. I was wrong. You guys were right. Freedom Tower's been there before. Okay. He been there. Blank. First television transmission was made from the mining town of Waihi. Fucking hell. Is it New Zealand? Or is it the United States? Is it New Zealand or is it the United States? You guys don't have Waihi in New Zealand? In the States? You don't have it there? You don't got a town name name like that? Hold on. Let me look it up, actually. Is there a town in the U.S. called Waihi? No. All right. So, you know what? You were correct. That is New Zealand. An experimental transmission was made at Waihi in 1954. You have a giant catsup bottle shaped water tower near me. That's kind of cool. I fuck with that. That's kind of cool. We'll do a few more questions and then we'll just chill a little bit. We'll go to question 30. Okay, we'll see where we can get. Blank has a 6-story elephant-shaped building called Lucy. This has to be America, right? That's got to be America. It's gotta be America. America. Fuck yeah. Right? You think it's New Jersey? There's only two answers, New Zealand or the States. And so it's in Jersey? Okay, I'm assuming it's Jersey. All right, let's check. No, you were right. Lucy the elephant has stood in Margate City, New Jersey since the 1880s. I guess you were correct. All right, let's have a look. What else? Blank once mailed children through the parcel post system in a handful of early 20th century cases. What? Blank once mailed children through the parcel post system in a handful of early 20th century cases. What the fuck? I'm hoping it's the States. I hope it's America. I don't want that on my country's resume. I'm sorry. Nope. That has to be USA, bro. I've never heard of that. What the hell? I think we gotta go USA, right? We gotta go USA. It's gotta be USA, right? A few American children were literally sent through the parcel post before regulations closed that loophole. I'm sorry, I gotta Google this. Oh my God. In the early 20th century, a handful of American parents legally mailed their children through the U.S. parcel post. Because it was often cheaper than buying a train ticket, parents attached stamps to their children's clothing and entrusted them to postal workers for short journeys. Here is a look at this bizarre chapter of postal history. The first case in 1913, an 8-month-old baby boy was mailed by his parents in Ohio to his grandmother's house. The total cost for the trip was 15 cents, though the child was later heavily insured for $50. What the fuck, dude? Other notable trips. In 1914, a 5-year-old girl named May Pierstorff was shipped 70 miles from Grangeville to Lewiston, Idaho, to visit her grandparents for just 15 cents. The family route was one her uncle worked as a mail clerk. What the fuck? The official ban. After a few widely publicized incidents, the Postmaster General formally banned the mailing of children in June 1920. The department officially clarified that children could not be classified as harmless live animals. What the fuck? That's crazy. Is there pictures of it? What? Oh my God, that's crazy. That's actually nuts. He just like fucking slapped them with stamps and shit and sent them on their way. Oh my God. You guys are crazy, dude. You guys are crazy. You're like, you know what we should do? You want to go see grandma? Slap a stamp right on that kid's face. You want to go say hi to grandma? Well, off you go. That's kind of wild. That. You know what? That one's kind of. How was I born, Mommy? Well, I don't know why I sound like a man now. Look. Well, the mailman dropped you off. That's crazy. What the fuck? Okay. Blank has a museum devoted to barbed wire called the Devil's Rope Museum. Okay, that's kind of gangster. Like that's very rock and roll, you know? That's very rock and roll. I would assume that this would be the United States, personally. I feel like we've learned a lot of things today, isn't that? And you know what? That's good. Sometimes you just need a little educational day to learn a few things, you know? Like that America used to post children. I would very much say that this is America, right? It's in McLean, Texas. Even fences get law. That's kind of crazy. Hey, we're not known for human trafficking for no reason. I know, you guys just started doing it like when it was legal. Imagine having to ban shipping children in the mail. Like, what the fuck? Like, that shit's crazy. Blank has a place called 90 Mile Beach that is actually much shorter than 90 miles. Is this New Zealand or is it the States? I have a feeling that you guys might get it wrong, but who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I want to know if you guys know. That's the real test. It's not what I know, but do you guys know what's going on? You're gonna say New Zealand? You guys just Googled that shit, didn't you? You just Googled it. You just Googled it. You were like, that's why it took so long for you guys to type in the chat. You're all Googling it. Yeah, it's New Zealand. It's roughly 88 kilometers or about 55 miles. Early travelers were not carrying Google Maps. I'm just saying, you know, because New Zealand doesn't talk in miles. It's kilometers. So thought you guys would get tricked, eh? You're too smart for the tricky ones. Blank. Oh, we already did that. Wait, this is the same question. It's just written differently. Blank has a town called Truth or Consequences renamed after a radio. I mean, all right, we'll move on. Hold on. I mean, this is obviously America. Blank has towns called Intercourse and Blue Ball in the same state. This has to be America, right? Because it's states. Pennsylvania? Both are in Pennsylvania, where road sign collectors have historically been very mature about it. Dude. Why, though? Intercourse and Blue Ball is weird, dude. Is weird. You know what? Fuck it. Blank has a celebration where people race while carrying their spouse through an obstacle course. I'm assuming this is New Zealand just because I don't know how many people would be able to carry their spouses through an obstacle course in America. So I'm going to assume this is New Zealand, right? This sounds like a farmer thing, you know? Stop hitting you with so many ads. I don't choose when those happen. The YouTube does that, you know? NZ is fat too. Shh. There's a lot of farmers in New Zealand, all right? Those guys aren't fat. Those guys are skinny, as you know, muscly and cool. Look, it's 100% New Zealand. It's a farmer thing, okay? I actually don't know. It could be America. We're gonna say New Zealand though. We're gonna say New Zealand. I have a button that triggers ads though. Do I? Hold on. Insert ad, delay ads, start a break, create a highlight video, add stream marker. Interesting. I kind of want to press it, but I don't want to press it. All right, we're gonna say New Zealand. No! Oh my God! I was wrong. I did it the other day. I mean, I hit the break button, not the ad button. Okay, North American Wife Carrying Championship is held in Maine, inspired by the Finnish sport. I am shocked. I would have assumed this was New Zealand. Hmm. Blank has a sport where a ball may be struck with a bat shaped like an oversized paddle called kiorahi. This sounds like an American thing to me. You know what I mean? This is clearly an American thing. You guys do all, you know, like, look. No, you guys can't say New Zealand, all right? What's your reasoning? What's your reasoning? Why do you think it's New Zealand? I'm pretty sure, dude, America has tons of stuff that sound like kiorahi. Right? Not the fact that most of you probably couldn't pronounce that, but you know. Okay. New Zealand. Kiorahi is a multi-ball game played around a central target and boundary zones. I've actually never heard of it before, you know. I've genuinely never heard of it before, but it sounds cool. I still can't believe that Quidditch is an actual thing that they turned into a real sport. And they renamed it, right? We talked about that on one of the streams we did, but the fact that that was real was crazy. Blank used an automated rifle rigged with dripping water to help conceal a military evacuation. This got New Zealand written all over it, baby. This has New Zealand written all over it. You know how often, right? We have stuff relating to automated rifles and stuff, you know, all the time. So it's what our country's known for, really, you know. You know, people think of New Zealand, they think of automatic weapons and guns. That's us. Yep. You guys know it. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, USA? You think it's the USA? Nah. You think it's the Nah, it's not the USA. Oh, all right, I'm out. I'm done. I'm out. It was New Zealand. There's no way. There is no way. What? No way. What? That's fucking weird. There's no way that shit is real. Wrong. The answer was New Zealand. I'm as shocked as you are. Anzac troops used delayed action drip rifles during the Gallipoli evacuation. The device was strongly associated with New Zealand soldier William Scurry's design, though the wider operation was Australia and New Zealand. Hold on, what the drip rifle? I gotta look up what a fucking drip rifle is. We got smoked by that one. We were all like, guns? Yeah, that's obviously. Well, this was during a war, right? So it's, you know. What is a drip rifle? Okay. Let's see. Let's have a look at this. Oh, okay. Now, okay, so as it like dripped, eventually it would shoot. Was it a war against the emus? No, it was no. That's Australia. So they improvised self-firing rifles to deceive Ottoman forces during their evacuation from Gallipoli in 1915. That's kind of crazy. The drip or pop-off rifle. Dude, they were saying pop-off before it was cool, you know? They were saying pop-off. You know, you just want pop-off. A drip rifle incorporated 2 ration tins. The top one was filled with water, while the empty bottom one was attached to the trigger by a piece of string or wire. Before leaving, a soldier punched a small hole in the upper tin to allow water to trickle into the lower one, which eventually toppled over, pulling the trigger. See, that's kind of crazy. I did not know that this was. I had no idea that this was a New Zealand thing. That has kind of shocked me. We'll do one more question. One more question, and then we're done. One more question, and then we'll wrap up. Okay. Oh. Blank has a desert fish that survives in one tiny geothermal pool called Devil's Hole. I don't know, dude. You think it's the United States? I think it could be the USA. I think it could be USA. Yeah, the more you know. Very true. Very true. Death Valley, USA. All right, I guess we're going USA. The Devil's Hole pupfish survives in an extremely restricted habitat in Nevada. There you go. Like we don't really have like a desert, you know. We got beaches. I don't know if we have hold on, does New Zealand have a desert? Let me see. Oh, okay. New Zealand has the Rangipo Desert, located in the Ruapehu district. It is a barren desert-like environment featuring volcanic ash, pumice, low tussock grass, famously known as Desert Road. Fuck, of course it's Desert Road. I've gone down that road many a time. No, how did I forget? How did I forget? I love Desert Road. It's actually really nice. So it's a lovely place to drive through. Lovely, lovely place. A lot of people speed, so there's a shitload of cops everywhere. There's a shitload of cops everywhere on Desert Road. So, yeah. All right. How did you guys feel about New Zealand versus the US? I kind of really enjoyed it. I think we learned a lot, you know. We got 28 out of 35, which is not a bad score, you know. That's mostly correct. You know, a few questions that kind of fucked us up. Like New Zealand being known for drip rifles when America is basically built on guns. So that one was a little shocking to me, I must say. But honestly, you know, it's good to be back streaming. I appreciate all of the love and support, and you know, I just appreciate you guys. You know, I just appreciate every time you show up, every time you chat. You know, every time you leave a comment, like, you know, every time you're here and like taking part, it means a lot to me, and I'm just very grateful. Yeah, there's things in life that you can't avoid sometimes, and you know, sometimes the only way to get through it is to just push through it, you know. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't wear you out a little bit, you know. We're only human. There's only so much that we can take, and it was just one of those things that came out of nowhere, threw me off, and I just needed a couple of days to recover from it. You know, everything should be okay now. I'm much more prepared. It's because I have this thing where it's like, if you tell me one thing and you do something different, it just fucks me up, you know. Because like I'm a man of consistency. I'm a man of my word, you know. So if I say something, I mean it. And you know, when it doesn't work out that way, it kind of throws me off, really. You know, I'd much rather somebody say nothing than commit to something and then you know, fucking pull the pin. You know what I mean? So yeah, there was I almost had to fucking figure out a living situation way earlier than I thought, and dude, that's stressful because that's money, you know. You got it's expensive to move, and I had to decide if I wanted to move to a different city and shit like that. So hopefully everything's okay for now, you know, and I've got more time to prepare for that. But it was just one of those things that just came out of left field, and just, you know, when you think something's going to be this way and it ends up being this way, like, it just, you got to pivot, right? You have to pivot. You have to get through it. Sometimes that shit just wears you down. And like I said, we're only human, right? We're only human. We can only deal with what's put in front of us. And yeah, I was gonna stream, but it wouldn't have been quality, and it wouldn't have been good. So, you know, you've been there before? Yeah. I think there's situations we've all kind of been into, you know. I'm moving to the USA. Look, eventually that's the plan. Eventually that's the plan. I hope to move to the States. Maybe in the next couple of years, maybe 1 or 2 years, hopefully, depending on how shit works out. Who knows? You know, I think if I think if streaming is going to be the play, you know, I think then America's the place to do it. I do love New Zealand, you know, but it just seems like the better opportunity for stuff like this in America. You know, there's a lot more conventions and things like that. You know, a lot easier to network when you're in America. So. Yeah, and then that way, you know, I would be on the same schedule as most of the people that watch. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? In the future, we might be able to do like a fucking fan meetup or some shit like that. I don't know. But we've got a lot more growing to do until we get to that point, you know? But why move to the USA? Well, you know, it's I don't know. I don't know if it would be a permanent thing. It's just I want to do something different. You know, I want to do something different. Try something new, you know. That USA to income to New Zealand conversion is so tasty. It is. It is so tasty. So we'll see what happens, you know. It's good to have plans. Billy lives West America. True, he does. But he's gone back to the other place. Did I hear the news? Your government just passed a bill that makes daylight savings permanent. No more changing the clocks twice a year. Are you serious? What? Hold on. What does that mean? What does that mean for me? Hold on. Hold on. If enacted, the change would abolish the November fallback and March spring forward. The White House previously, okay. It passed the Sunshine Protection Act. What? What? That's so weird. Dude, is it because it was too confusing? What the fuck? I wonder what that means. Sounds like some Queensland shit. Yeah. It was a health hazard? Wait, how is daylight savings a health hazard? Let's see. Okay, all right. The House passed it, now it goes to the Senate. Okay. That's so crazy. Wait, did we get a redirect from Buff? Oh, thank you. Thank you, bro. He always sends redirect right as I'm about to finish. And by that, I mean in the stream. Oh my God. Dude, that's crazy. Why are you guys trying to get rid of daylight savings? Or are you trying to make daylight savings permanent? I'm so confused. Okay, I'm reading the let's have, you know what? Let's just have a look at this little article quickly, shall we? Because there's a comment in here that kind of made me laugh. Where is it? It was down here. It said, for folks getting crushed by rent, groceries, utility bills, and healthcare costs, is this really the best the majority can do? Is this really the most pressing issue before the American people at the moment? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is always what happens. Some shit happens, right? And it's just like, time could have been spent on just way more interesting things. You know what I mean? Like, way more important things. But I still don't get it. Yeah, I still don't. I mean, this just seems weird. I don't know. I don't know. Mooch said, "Oh, okay, this is super weird. I redirected from buffs. I think he sent us here, right? Sent you guys to me as I was finishing the stream. Anyway, this is kind of weird. I don't know why shit is blurry today. It's kind of odd. Anyway, it's okay. We've been back today. It's been a good day. Who am I going to send you off to though? There is literally a bill on daylight savings every year. Ah, so this happens all the time. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Let me see who I want to send you guys to. We've got a few options here. Let me send you to somebody else now. La 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 la. You know what? I'm gonna send you over to this guy. All right, I'm gonna push you guys on. It's been an interesting day. I can't believe the fucking crazy support we got. That was nuts. I hope you enjoyed the fun little New Zealand versus the US that we did. I learned some interesting things. I hope you guys did too. We'll be back again tomorrow for something else. I don't know what the fuck that'll be, but we'll figure that out later. But yeah, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you then. Bye-bye now.